this is a question from another of your very polite fans. Her name is Victoria Reynolds. Sam, can you please ask Mr. Lee Priest to make a video on Big Ramy? I personally think he can make a good change for the big freaky side of bodybuilding. He has a beautiful small waist and he should win the Olympia. Lee's overall opinion on Big Ramy would be great. Your best fan, Victoria Reynolds from Denver, Colorado.
My opinion on Ramy? I've never met him or seen him in person, so when he came to Australia, people said that Dennis James was more impressive than what Big Ramy was, and to me, like, his legs overpower his upper body, so I don't think his waist is super tiny, you know, just might look because his quads are so big, and then his upper body, like I said, lacks compared to his lower body, so for him being Mr. Olympia, I don't really see it happening. I just see him being one of those big freakish guys that, you know, there used to be before, like another NASA type guy or something like that, so, yeah, he looks good and that, he's got a lot of muscle mass and freaky, but I don't, when you talk about freaks, you look at him and look at Dillette, I still think Dillette was much more of a freak than Big Ramy is, or like Victor Richards was more of a freak than Big Ramy. It was like, I see, like you said, he's got the big legs and this and that, but to me, I don't know, it's just not a physique where I'm just getting to the point where it's like, like I said, when you've seen the best, like back in the day, that, you know, to impress me now, you've got to be something super spectacular. That I look at Big Ramy, okay, I can see he's freaky and a big guy, but yet just doesn't impress me, you know, like Dorian did when Dorian came out and won those Olympias looking freaky, like Ronnie did when he won those Olympias. I just don't see Ramy winning the Olympia at all. So, but, you know, I'm not taking nothing away from him, but his physique to me just, I don't know, just, it's big but still lacking a lot of stuff.
And this leads on to another question from Blaze Dark. Actually, no, he's got his proper name. Hey Sam, how you doing? First, could you say hi to Lee? Hi Lee.
Hi Blaze Duck.
And ask him how he sees bodybuilding evolving within the next 10 to 15 years. Thanks guys, loving the videos, from Sean in Newcastle.
Sean in Newcastle, Australia, or Sean in Newcastle,
I'd imagine
England?
UK.
Up near Geordie Shore. Now, if it keeps going the way it's going, I see it going shit. Because like I said, guys these days, yeah, they train hard and yeah, some are freaky, but like I said, you look at the lineups of the Olympias now compared to when you had like the Flex Wheeler, Kevin Leverone, Paul Dillette, all those guys, even if you go back to someone like Porter Cottrell, symmetrical guys, Milos Sanchez and Nasser and myself or Mike Francois. To me, back then, the shows were so much better than they are now. I said now you have a few good guys, but still don't have the calibre you had back then. So the way it's going now with the big stomachs and they're getting more bloated, if it keeps going that way, I just don't think it's going to, you know, like I said, most guys now, they prefer, people make fun of the board short class and the male physique class, but yet that's what a lot of people like, that more classical look where the guys aren't super massive, they're not super small, they're just that nice classical Frank Zane type look. So the way it's going now, if it keeps going that way, I just don't see bodybuilding progressing. Well, really it hasn't progressed to me, it's gone the opposite way, you know. Bob Ciccarello and all these other wankers can say what they want because, you know, they're paid by the IFBB to say, have to say it, but, you know, bodybuilding isn't going forward, you know, like Arnold said. People need to go to Manion and that and stop this judging, because as long as they keep putting these guys first, people are going to keep looking that way. You've got to start rewarding the guys that look symmetric, got to have the shape, have the symmetry, have the definition, put them first, so the guys that come in blocky start thinking, fuck, I've got to change the way I look. But as long as you keep putting the blocky guys first, they're going to be like, well, I don't need to change or nothing. So to me, bodybuilding's just going to keep staying where it is or go downhill.
So say with someone like Big Ramy, you reckon if you know if you were advising him, would you say, oh look, come in a bit smaller and work on the detail?
Concentrate on more definition, concentrate more on the conditioning, size wise, you know, maybe try and get a bit more on the upper body, arms and that and whatever, and you can bring your legs down a bit, but just go for more conditioning, because the more conditioning you look, the bigger you're going to look. So that's what I always said with Kai, you know, Kai's got so much muscle mass on his frame, he doesn't need any more. If he tries to add more, he's only going to look blockier and get more bloated. Kai just needs to come in super shredded. Even if Kai lost fucking 5 pounds of muscle and came in shredded, he's going to look 15 pounds bigger on stage. But like I said, he'll have the tiniest waist up there and a huge back, so the illusion is he's going to look so much better. And like I said, he could easily win the Olympia if he came in super shredded. But they're trying to play this size game and just come in bloated. And It ain't working.
So you think that's something that's been lost in bodybuilding, or people are too focused on the scales? And
I think they're too focused on the scales, too focused on God knows what, trying to appease the judges and come in freakier and freakier. But like I said, it just doesn't look good. So, and then to me too, guys back in the old day when you got ready for a show, you could see they're in shape because their faces were sunken in. These guys the day before a show still look fucking bloated in the face, and come the day of the show their stomachs are bloated, and like I said, our stomachs weren't bloated to 2 weeks after a show. So whatever they're doing now is just ain't too good for the look of the sport, that's for sure.